G'day, my name's Mick. In November 2015, lured by the challenge of an epic adventure, I set off to walk the length of New Zealand following Te Araroa, the long pathway. This 4-month journey would take me from Cape Reinga at the tip of the North Island to Bluff at the bottom of the South Island. This 3,008 kilometre trip would see me through long windswept beaches, muddy jungle forests, rugged alpine mountains and through cities. I filmed this trip as a lasting memory for myself and to share the wild beauty of this stunning country with you, the viewer. I hope you enjoy following me through New Zealand.
Alright, this is it. First steps on the Te Araroa trail. It's a little bit windy, so hopefully you can hear this, but it's nice blue sky. The sun is really hot, hence a lot of shade protection for me today. But here we go. Let's walk the length of New Zealand. 12 months in the making, at least, this trip. So wow, just to finally be here is amazing. So we've got a long way to go, 3,000k or so, and yeah, not much for it other than just one step at a time. Little stealth camp in the dunes. See if we can find it again.
The trail kicks off with 90 Mile Beach, 4 days of battling soft sand, high tides and howling winds. I found it's really hard on my feet.
Geez, look what you can find washed up on the beach. It's not quite a fat bike, but I reckon I'm going to have to get this out and have a go at riding this. So this one's for Dave White. Um, 12k of beach to go.
Finishing 90 Mile Beach, the trail enters the northern forests of Herakino, Raiatea and Puketi. Notorious for unrelenting mud and thick jungle, between the beach and the forest, many a would-be through hiker calls it quits at this point, less than 10 days in. It was really tough walking through these northern forests, but with nowhere to camp, you really didn't have a choice but to just keep pushing through to get to the end, find somewhere to camp for the night.
Yeah, I think I'm going to rename it called the Tough Mother Forest. I think that explains it all. I hate Raiatea times 3 plus 1 plus 2. This track, I think if this track wasn't on the TA, on the Te Araroa, no one would come here. It's the way it is. You want to do the TA, you got to take the good with the bad. just in this little bit of a grove with palms and fern trees, and the fern trees are just absolutely huge. Like this sucker over the back there, he's got to be 20 metres tall at least.
So, in the rain, trying to sleep, pretty difficult when it beats down inches from your head. This rain just hasn't let up at all. It's bucketed down and bucketed down since about 8 o'clock. This is crazy. It's, oh, fucking hell. This rain has just stayed up all night. Yeah, just deal with it.
Bloody hell, all you guys doing the TA this year. It's gone pretty popular. Which way's the trail? That way. Alright, let's go.
Leaving the mud of the northern forest behind, the trail led me towards the east coast, across farmland to Kerikeri, my first major resupply point.
Yeah, really good day today. Legs are feeling great. Yeah, feet are much better. The K's are coming pretty easy now. And I'm just coming up to Waitangi, the treaty grounds down that way. Tomorrow, early start, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Catch a boat from Paihia up to Waikato.
For the next 4 kilometres, the trail is the Papakeri stream itself. With no track, there's no option but to wade through the cold, but crystal clear water. It was beautiful.
I'm in Helena Bay today. We've walked about, I don't know, 26, 27k and had nowhere to camp. Everywhere that looks good's got signs saying no camping. So we just saw some people renovating their house and just asked them is there a good if they knew a good spot to camp around here, and they just offered their backyard. 50 kilometres can only mean one thing: civilization.
Along the trail is a growing number of trail angels, ordinary people who provide help, transportation, food, water and accommodation to trampers. In Mungaroo, I arranged to stay in Melbourne and Hilton's veggie patch and made good use of the garden hose for a good scrub ground. And then comes the road walking.
This road walking is brutal. It's really hard on the feet. And a bit of a shit day, I think. I've got these mud flats to get across the next 3k, and the only way you can do this is at low tide. Sign says it all. I need to head across that water. Just hope it's not too deep. Very protective. And I'm drenched, but even with Merino, just life on the trail. You've got to walk in the rain sometimes.
So this morning I had breakfast on top of that big hill right over there, and came down about to meet a local fella and get a boat from down here, McLeod Bay, across to Marston Point. So better get cracking.
Back on the beach. Probably 2/3 of the way down, there's a river crossing that needs to be done. That's looking pretty shallow there, so should be able to get across there, no worries. Well, that's on the horizon there. That's the dome, and that's where I ended up spending last night, right in the middle of the track. This is just tedious. It's one of those days. It's just a middle road linking another town. I could be doing this at home. You could quit, but I keep telling myself you can quit, but you just can't quit today. If you feel like quitting today, you can't do it. You've got to get through the day and reassess all the hardships that the trail has. There's also some pretty good stuff, like sandwiches from the Dome Cafe. Thank you, ladies. Well, this is the Okura River, which I need to cross this morning. But you can only hit it on low tide. It's not quite low tide, so it's got about another hour and a half. And here it is, the big fella. Gets up to my armpits, just about. So. The pack's going to have to be carried pretty high. Unformed track. I guess this is what they're talking about. This is what I'm walking through at the moment. About 5k of this sort of stuff to go. This is the summit of Pirongia. We made it. About a 5-hour climb.
view.
Well, there we have it. 1,000k on foot. That's a bloody huge effort.
From Taumanui, it was time to link up with other trampers I'd met along the way and tackle the mighty Wanganui River. This 230km paddle would take us 7 days. Able to take much more than we'd normally carry on our backs, we stocked up with copious amounts of food and booze. Great times with a great crew, and no better way to spend Christmas.
Merry Christmas! We don't want to end up like that one.
I'd make my way along the coast and back inland towards Fielding, where I was hosted for a night by blog follower come trail angel Aaron and his family. I was then on to Palmerston North to meet up with Sarah from home and tackle the Te Araroa Ranges, the first real mountain range on the trail. Stunning scenery, but we'd seen the forecast and we knew there was some weather on its way.
Give us a smile! New Zealand at its worst. I don't know, 80k winds, rain, saturated. The hunt is not far.
We were soon bunkered down in Nichols Hut. With 80km winds and 140mm of rain during the night, fingers were crossed that the weather would clear to be able to pass over Mount Crawford the following day. We certainly lucked in.
Well, 64 days later, 1700 kilometres. I am there. North Island finished. Awesome, that is so good. That is just bloody awesome. North Island, done.
With a few days rest in Wellington, it was onto the ferry to cross Cook Strait towards Picton and a water taxi to the start of the trail on the South Island at Ship Cove. start of the South Island for Te Araroa. So Ship Cove, good to be here, and yeah, let's get started.
Yeah. 2 days early, but the Queen Charlotte track was just piss easy. And heading into the Richmond Range.
Heading towards Rintle was really tough. Lots of scree, big rocks slipping and loose footing. It was dodgy. I was happy to make it there safely in the end.
Now this is the summit of Rintle. Had to wait out in the hut this morning, which is about here somewhere. Raining all morning. Didn't leave there till lunchtime, till about 12 o'clock. In the background there, that's Rintle. Not sure how far I'll get today because I've lost sort of half a day with weather, but push on as far as I can. The next hut's about 3 hours away, a tarn hut. I might be able to push on to Te Araroa. Now you have to ask yourself, after all these tricky sections of track that we're walking, when you come to a wire rope, exactly what does that have in store for you? Yeah, that's sort of it. To stay on track and not go over the edge there. Cool. Well, this morning it's going to be a tough walk on this sidle track. There's a lot of steep drop-offs, a lot of slippery rock and roots, so it will be tough, but man, the views are just spectacular. Check this out. Okay, so the track notes, I'll read the track notes. 1.5 kilometres below Top Werriwa is a river crossing on a rock chute just above a 4-metre waterfall. Well, that looks to me to be a waterfall. It's about 4 metres deep. Unless the river is low, this is a tricky section. Water is fast flowing down the chute, and if you lose your footing, you go over the waterfall. Nice. I think the track notes are just trying to scare the shit out of us. Yeah, if the water was high it might be an issue, but it's low today, so that's no worries. This looks like desert country in Australia.
Look at the views. Bloody awesome. There's a mountain views there. This is Hunter's Hut. Exiting the Richmond Range, I'd make my way into St Arnaud to resupply before heading into the Nelson Lakes National Park, probably the most stunning section of the track, I reckon.
What an absolute picture perfect day. Make tracks, get over this pass, and then heading to West Sabine. Maybe Blue Lake, if I've got time today, which would be magic. So I'm on my way right down to the bottom of this valley to West Sabine Hut, and then all going well, I'm going to push up this valley even further, all the way to the end. We pass up the top. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So this is a scree slope that we have to go up, and you can see the track up here. Yeah, which looks pretty steep and gnarly. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but just the beginning of the track here. So 500 metres up in the next little bit. I'm going to stop and have a good break, I think, before trying to tackle that. This is tough work. Almost at the top of this big long screw chute, which you saw from down the bottom of the lake there. Yeah, it's slow going. 1 foot up, 2 steps back. This is what screw walking looks like. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful. Woohoo! We pass. It's times like these you've got to just pinch yourself. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, just enjoying some lunch on a beautiful day. The views, absolutely fantastic. Where else would you rather be? Yeah, just really enjoying myself at the moment. This is fantastic. On my way to Carillon Bivvy, and should hit the 2,000 kilometre mark just shortly after that. So 2/3 of the way. Wow. This has just been the best trip I've ever done. It just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, very happy. This is my view from my tent alongside the river, which is nice, but don't want to be outside. There's sandflies everywhere. Clocked up over 2,000 kilometres today, so 2/3 of the way through. What better way to celebrate than with some red wine. Cheers to 2/3 of the way, 1,000 kilometres to go. Oh, less than that now. But here's to 2,000. Well, who says trampers don't wash on the trail? Check this out, this is my bar. River crossing, maybe number 20 or something like that today. This is the Deception River and the Deception Valley that I'm heading up today. Pretty wild river, and today's just a case of choose your own adventure. Have to cross this river multiple times. I've already crossed it 4 times. So I've got the whole day specifically for this valley to just take it easy and get there safe. 95 days and more than 2/3 of the way in, I was well and truly adjusted to trail life. I particularly appreciated the time to just stop, sit still and contemplate life. Walking through these tussock areas this morning, and it looks pretty straightforward, but it's actually pretty hard. These tussocks just cover all these big holes. So there's a creek underneath there. Look at that, another one right there. So it's slow going. Tussock walking. This stuff's head high. You can't really see your feet. There's lots of little holes that are covered, and there's this lovely stuff here, spiky suspended, which is bloody sore. The Rangitata River is a declared hazard zone and considered too dangerous to cross. It doesn't form part of the TA, with the trail stopping and starting again on each bank. It's a 10-kilometre wide braided river valley. You can walk just about the whole way across and find that the last channel's too deep to cross, then having to backtrack and taking 2 days to hitch around on remote roads. I decided to give it a go. And as long as it's not sort of above my waist, I'll push through, I think. Slow and steady to do it safely. It's pretty strong. This is what the colour should be like, nice and clear. Well, I made it across the Rangitata, which is good. Geez, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone, particularly after any any bit of rain. Must have been more rain than I got last night further up the catchment. The current was really strong, and you could see that the river level was up, so probably a bit of a silly decision to keep going across, but nevertheless I made that call and I got across. The deepest channel was over my waist, and I did lose my footing there. I got my feet got knocked out from under me with the current, and yeah, I did go for a bit of a swim, only for about 5 metres or so, but that was enough. Bloody scary. Saddle point on Te Araroa. I guess it's all downhill from here. It's wet, it's cold. I'm not going to hang around up here too much longer. This is the way to do it. I don't know why I didn't think of riding. It's either a 2-day walk over about 60k, and that's all road walking. But I've got the option of a bike. I'm going to take it. I'm going to love it. But heavy pack as always out of towns with a fresh resupply. Swim will be good down at the end of the day to just to cool down. This is what we call suicidling. There we go. As sure-footed as a mountain goat. Today is day 110 since I started this trip, so a fair way in. I'm on my way to Queenstown. I just left Wanaka yesterday, and another 3 days to Queenstown. But yeah, getting to the back end now, so there's less than 400k to go. Might even be less than that. Might even be like 350 or something like that, which is awesome. A few more weeks left. Today's going to be a tough one. So to descend down this ridge line. You can see the track and the markers there, down to Highland Hut, and then it's going to be a tricky day. I've got to get through here. Of course, it's now that I'm up, I just have to go straight back down to the valley floor. It's going to be a tough day. I'm struggling a bit today. Lots of big ups and big downs. I've just walked right through the middle here. The saddle in the middle ground, right down to the valley floor, and then this ridge line in the middle ground. Just followed that all the way back up here and along here. But good views. This last section of trail is nuts. Up and down, up and down. This bad boy right in front of me, I had to climb up first thing this morning from the hut. You can see the hut down there. You could walk the valley floor, but the views aren't so good. But bloody hell, it's tough work. This is the perfect sort of trail, I think, but it can't always be like this. This is the first day of the last push towards Bluff. So I've got about 10 days to go to Bluff, which would be great. Walked the Greenstone track today, that was fantastic. Really nice track, great views, great river, fast walking. But back into, yes, my favourite worst nightmare, the good old tussocks. Well, have I got a big day today. About 70k to cover in 2 days to get out to the highway so that I can hitch into Te Araroa and resupply with food. Do the maths, 35k each day minimum, but I'm going to try and force it today. I want to get out to the highway late in the evening, so if I do a 35k day tomorrow and it's a 12-hour day, I'm going to be out the highway at 7 o'clock and only leaves a couple of hours till dark to get a hitch into town. So I'm going to try and push it today and just see how far I can get. Well, this will bloody do me for the day. That's where I'm going to stop. I had a marathon today, 42 kilometres, and I was talking about pushing through for a 12-hour day, but nah, I've had enough. 42k's is enough.
And it's time to get up and get the day underway. This is the sound that no hiker or tramper wants to hear. That is my thermarest going down. That meaning only one thing to do: get up.
this is it. This is the last push down to Bluff, and that's it. No more resupply.
Getting towards the end is a bittersweet feeling. I love this lifestyle and don't want this incredible journey to end, but my body's getting tired and I've lost about 15 kilos. It'll be great to complete what I started and have a rest.
There's a rule on Te Araroa, that is you can never have a dry foot day. Look at this stuff. This is just it's like walking on sponges. Right in the middle ground, right over here on the coast is Bluff. Not long to go. Wow, what a journey. So excited. Oh, that's awesome. Bluff! Oh my god, it's so close. Fucking mud. One last test before finishing.
Bluff is in sight, but the trail is not finished with us yet. Te Araroa starts with beach and muddy forests, and it's only fitting that it ends with the same, providing the last final trials. But for those who have made it this far, we're just accustomed to it. Accept it for what it is and get on with the job.
This really is coming towards the end now. Finished with the forest down on the coast. Great to finish such a massive journey. Awesome crew to finish this journey with. We're all on the same schedule, so we're all aiming to get to Bluff on Sunday. That's it! The end! 3, 2, go! Woo! Now, are you done? 4 months. Yeah.
told you before, Stray. It be the physical, then it be the metaphysical. That was some meta-fucking physical shit back there, man.